theme that's popped up with a bunch of clients this week is accountability and integrity. And what we're finding is that when we really follow through and we say, I'm going to do this and I'm giving it my word and therefore I'm going to do it come hell or high water, really amazing things start to happen. So a lot of times we commit to something and then we forget about it, we lose the momentum, and there's nothing like having a team at your back to say, I see what you're up to, I know you're up to big things, and I'm not going to let you play small. And so when you want to balk and you want to complain and you don't want to do the thing that you've committed to doing, I'm going to stand at your back and I'm going to say, I've got you, keep going. Where did you mess up? How can we troubleshoot this? And let's keep going. And the thing that's awesome about this is that it creates so much opportunity for continued transformation. It's like if you're just staying in action and you're doing things and getting things done and committing to something and then following through, then you can move on to the next thing. And each habit you nail down gives you more opportunity to just expand who you are as a person. So right now, what I'm committed to is expanding my self-expression. So I'm doing that by being on here, sharing with you, writing, dancing. Dancing is a huge part of what I'm doing right now as a way to get more in touch with myself in terms of my inward expression and also my outward sharing of my truths and what's real for me. And the way that I'm doing it is that I'm really holding myself accountable, and I have other people who are holding me accountable. So I've committed to dancing every single day for at least one song, and just fully like not just dancing around in the kitchen while I'm doing other things, which I do all the time, but like really concerted time that is just for dancing. And when I don't do it, I get on a call with people who are going to check in and say, why were you resisting that? What was coming up for you? How can you make sure that this doesn't happen again in the future? And it could seem like a little thing. I was busy today. I didn't feel like it. I wasn't in the mood. If you're talking to some of your friends and you're not talking about being in an accountability group and someone who's really going to hold the line for you, they might say, oh yeah, I understand. Like, you were tired. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. And in a way, it's not a big deal. But if you're developing new habits and especially working on the muscle of integrity, follow through is everything. And so you want someone who's on your team who's going to fully hold you to account and say, there was a breakdown in your integrity. What's going on? How do we fix this? Because it's not about the dancing each day. That's almost like a byproduct benefit of what I'm doing. What I'm doing more than that is I'm building this muscle of integrity. And once you do that in one area, you can start doing that in all these other areas of your life. So oftentimes I meet with people who are these brilliant visionaries, and they've got all of these awesome plans and ideas, but they're not following through, right? Ideas are cheap. Anyone can create an idea. But the key thing is, how do you take your idea from here and then actually create it out in the world? And it takes integrity. It takes follow through. It's the only way to get there. And so it's a muscle. You practice, you build it, you practice, you build it. And again, part of the fun of that is that then you just get to keep reinventing yourself. Okay, now I want to be healthy, and so I'm going to focus on fitness. Now I want to take my career to the next level, so I'm going to focus on networking. Now I want to launch this new product, and so every single day I'm going to commit X amount of time to getting this onto the market. There are a million different ways that you can advance yourself, but by being intentional and having people around you who will hold you accountable to your greatness makes all the difference.